What are you doing, Kim?
Graphing of the function.
Oh, okay.
I finished my little tiny one and my photo collage. My photo collage.
Can I see? Let's see.
Test. Oh, I'm working on information processing.
Okay.
Some in LA, you know.
For English?
Yeah.
This processing. You click the squares and they change colors.
Photography.
Photography, can I see? I know the answer to this question. Did you take that?
Yeah.
Cool. What was the problem again?
What velocity does it hit at?
Okay, so how would we figure that out? Can you just walk me through that?
Wouldn't it just be 0 again? You would put in 0? Or when it...
Okay, when we put 0 in for time, what part of the, in a sense, what part of the scenario
Oh, it's in the beginning.
are we dealing with? The beginning, cool.
Yeah. So the end.
So we need to deal with the end. So what would we need to know to figure out when the end is?
The time?
Good. So what do we know about at the end, when it hits the ground there, what do we know to be true?
That equals 750. Or I don't know.
Okay, do you know the, I guess, the velocity when it hits the ground?
I know the general one for velocity.
Okay, so but we don't know when it hits the ground, correct?
No.
What do you know how high it is off the ground when it hits the ground?
750?
So when it hits the ground, it's 750 meters off the ground?
Yep.
So say that in a sentence to me, and let's see if that makes sense.
Don't they play every game?
Say, like if you said to me, when it hits the ground, it's 750 meters off the ground.
Oh, it doesn't make sense.
Okay, so how high is it off the ground when it hits the ground?
0?
Okay, so now what is 0? Is the distance 0, is the velocity 0, or the acceleration 0?
Oh, the distance is 0.
So on which of these equations would I make distance equal 0?
This one?
Cool. And then what could, if I made d is equal to 0, what could I figure out from that equation?
The time?
Good. The time when what?
When the distance equals 0.
Good. And once I know the time, what would I do?
You would use it to find velocity.
And if I'm doing it, I will do the whole when it hits,
Like, I did the integral of...
So velocity is the function of the graph, right? So it's
But I have the acceleration.
No, you're looking at acceleration. Back to velocity, so you have to find the derivative.
Yeah, I did that. So, and then it's not bounded, so you find what c is.
You gotta get just dx to ydx.
And then you find...
Well, if we get something wrong, or we need to work on something that we don't have 100%, we can come in and fix it, like through questions or an extra work or reteaching.
Oh, okay.
So that's what RTI is doing. Or
And do you like
that's for this class.
And do you like RTI?
Yes, especially for this class.
Okay, why this class?
Because the way the marking system works is our tests aren't... We can always make up our tests and our assignments.
Well, you would do the quiz, but then if you don't understand the concept, you wouldn't get marked as a 0. You would just be marked as like you don't understand it yet. So then you'd go into RTI and then you'd ask to be taught the concept, and then you redo it once you understand it.
Okay, and is there a punishment, like through marks or anything, if you don't understand it the first time?
No.
Do you like being having chances to be reassessed?
Yes, I do.
And why?
Because if I don't understand the first time, then I can do it over until I actually get it.
Okay, and do you think it's unfair that some kids get the same grade who take 3 tries while other kids only take 1 try?
No, because as long as they understand it, that's all that matters.